This train is the service to London Victoria, calling at Gatwick Airport and London Victoria. The next station is Gatwick Airport.
Hello from beautiful Faro. I arrived yesterday and I just pretty much went to sleep right after. Now I am grabbing some breakfast really quick at a place called Chelsea. Before this, I went to the ATM, just went to a bank and found some money because I am going on a tour, a free tour that's tips-based, so I had to pull some money out. And then after that, I have a tour, a food tour. So I have 2 tours today, and then I'm probably going to do some exploring just to see what the vibe is. What I would say first impressions is that it's definitely a little bit more grungy than a Porto or a Lisbon, but the sun is not out right now. It's a little bit cloudy, so maybe my opinion will change as time goes by. Food was delicious, but I have to be honest and say that I always feel really awkward filming, like doing activities like eating or anything in public, just because it just, not even that people are staring at me, but I just feel weird just having a camera and just eating. Like I set up the camera to eat. I don't know, it's just, yeah, it's a weird concept that I have to get used to. But I have a bit of time before the walking tour starts, so I'm going to head back and just get my charger from the hostel. And that's another thing, like I've been thinking about whether I should retire hostels. Most of the time I do stay in Airbnbs and hotels when I'm traveling throughout Europe, but there have been a couple times where I've stayed in hostels, and for the most part I haven't had any terrible experiences. And I usually try to go to hostels or choose hostels that have like blinds or something that you can pull, a light where you can turn on the light and not disturb anyone, as well as somewhere really secure, like where they have card passes or something, or keys to kind of keep your luggage and etc. safe. So I mean, this hostel has been great. It's a female only 4-bedroom ensuite, so it's only, the bathroom's only being shared with 4 people, but still, like, I don't know, I'm like, to hostel or not to hostel? We'll see. I think I'll decide by the end of this trip. Done with the tour, and one of the reasons why I love to do tours, and it's the first thing I do when I come to a new country, is because they give you such great recommendations, because usually they're locals and they know all the great restaurants, they know the hidden gems, and they are going to recommend them to you in a way that someone online who may not know the area as well won't. So in this tour I got so many great recommendations, and she actually gave me a really good idea of taking the ferry and going to one of the islands, Farol. So I'm probably going to do that today, but first I'm going to go into the chapel that is super famous because it has a nice little surprise. So let's go. just got off the ferry and now I'm at one of the islands that surrounds Faro. It's still a part of Faro, I believe, but it's kind of like off to the side, so I had to take a ferry. It took about 30 minutes. One tip that I would say is that I took the local ferry, so what you would call like public transportation. It was €6 to get here, but there's like a break in between 12 and 2, so I would recommend, if you really want to get here quick and you also want to leave at a certain time, they have like a schedule on when they arrive and when they leave, and just make sure you pay attention to that. And they do break for 2 hours, which I'm assuming is for lunch, but I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this island. Algar Seco, I believe it's called. So I am doing a tour today and we're currently just exploring these rocks. So I have to be careful. Yesterday I had the food tour and I may have drunk a little bit too much wine because I'm feeling it today, but we're still gonna enjoy the tour and I'm gonna take you guys along. So I am currently at the beach and I'm enjoying this. It's so hot. I need this. I also have some sushi. So I feel like I've talked about this before, but Too Good To Go is an app where you can buy food that would otherwise be thrown away at a discount. So I bought these two. I got these two for, I think it was like €5, which is crazy. Like, I've never had this much sushi from a Too Good To Go order for like €5 or €6. It's crazy and it's good. It looks a little dilapidated because it's been in my bag, but it is delicious and so is this. So I'm just gonna enjoy the beach and then hopefully go back home because I am tired. I'm back. I was not feeling too well. I wanted that tour to end just because the night before I may have mixed drinks, had too much to drink, and it was just terrible. So I went home, slept for a little bit, and then now we're out and I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm getting a peri chicken at a place that the tour guide for the walking tour recommended. So let's see how that goes, how that tastes. It's supposed to be authentic. The prices look pretty affordable, so let's get to it. haven't seen a telephone booth in so long. I just got done eating and the food was really good and it was only 10 euro, like a steal. Peri chicken, I didn't find it to be that spicy. Like it had a little bit of pepper to it, but not too much, but definitely would recommend that restaurant that I just tried. And thankfully, because I stayed in a hostel this time, the one good thing about staying in a hostel is people give you useful information. So someone told me that it was a festival going on, a rooftop bar festival. So I got this wristband and it's essentially associated with like the bars will have I want to say it's like a flag or I don't know, like a sign letting you know that they're participating in this festival, and you can come up, it's free to get in, and you can buy drinks. So I'm going to look for a few bars or one or two, because I kind of overdid it last night, I'm not gonna lie. Even after the food tour, we went out for drinks, so I overdid it a little bit. This time I'm gonna take it easy, so I'll probably go to one or two bars and then call it a night. So it's my last day in Portugal, in Faro, and my initial impression in terms of it being kind of grungy, which is not a negative thing, by the way, but I would say it depends on what area of Faro that you're in. In the area that I was in, it still had like a grungy kind of feel just based on the graffiti and everything like that, but it was still beautiful and a lovely experience. I would highly recommend going to one of the like islands where you have to take a ferry to get to. I'm not even sure if they're called islands, but I'll kind of name all the ones that are here in Faro. The sun was hot, so make sure that you bring your sunscreen. But overall, I had a lovely experience, and today I am going to try to visit another city, and I'll put the name up here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the bus, and we'll see. My flight is at 7 p.m., so I think I can manage and get everything that I need done today. So let's see. One thing I will say is that I expected it to be a little bit more packed than it was, a little bit more crowded, but I don't think a lot of people go to Faro or stay in Faro. They usually just come for the day and maybe go to Albufeira or other places in the Algarve. So that was really nice. The fact that it is the middle of summer and yeah, it wasn't packed. It was just right. So I'm definitely coming back to Faro. And although I wasn't able to go to the beach or actually go in the water just because, you know, that time of month, I definitely plan on coming back and to time it properly so that I can take a nice dip. It is hot. This fan was one of the best investments. I don't know why it's looking like it's going so slow on camera. I promise you it is not. But to continue my conversation about, you know, to stay in a hostel or not to stay in a hostel, one thing that I actually do like that hostels do and Airbnbs and some hotels don't is that they allow you to store your bag. So I was able to store my bag for the whole day basically for free. I just needed to buy a lock for €3, and if I didn't need that lock, say it had a lock already, it would have been virtually free. So although there are some downsides to hostels, I feel like I'm pretty good at picking them, making sure that they have like a curtain so that it's still private, even though you're sharing with at least or the least amount of people as possible. So like 4 bedrooms with an ensuite. I think it's not a bad setup. It's pretty cheap, and most likely I am gonna do a hostel again. I don't think I can give it up just yet. It just depends on the situation. It depends on the type of hostels available, and it depends on whether I want to meet people. So yeah, hostels are here to stay.